Hey guys, Alex from 7th Hour Films back again with The Sopranos. Last time around we had The Army of One, the Season 3 finale, where basically they found Jackie and they killed him, and so everyone was grieving him. AJ was expelled from his school, and they were going to send him to military school until they realized he has panic attacks, so now they can't do that, and they're pretty much lost on what to do with AJ, how to save him. And also some of the guys got arrested for a little bit because of the gambling, because of the Super Bowl, but then they got out, and there's some beef now between Paulie and Ralphie, and basically Paulie is thinking that Tony is maybe favoring Ralphie, and it's not good for Paulie. So that's pretty much where we left off. Also, June has beaten cancer, and now he's going to beat the can. So this is the beginning of the season. It is season 4. It is now 2002. Happy New Year. It is now the bright year of 2002. There is the question that's been on the back of my head since we started this show is, are they going to reference it in The Sopranos? I don't know. I guess we're going to find out. We'll just have to see. We will just have to see. But if you don't know what I'm talking about, I mean, you probably know what I'm talking about. What happened in 2001 that could have been referenced on The Sopranos? I guess we'll find out. But it is also the beginning of the season, and this is when I offer the full-length reaction for free. So normally these are locked on my Patreon page, but the first episode of the season is free. So you can watch that. It's down in the description and the pinned comment. I'm watching this on Max, HBO Max, as it used to be called. But basically, you hit play on the video. There'll be a 3, 2, 1, and that's when you hit play on the episode. Should sync up nice and good, and you can watch that. Or you don't have to. You can watch the edited version right here on this YouTube video that you're on. Either way, when you're done with the reaction, I do highly encourage you to watch the discussion that we'll do afterwards. But yeah, that is pretty much it. With all of that said, let's jump right into this episode of The Sopranos. Here we go.
Mama always said you
I think they cut that shot out.
Italy was relieved today upon learning that the country's high court had ruled that influence peddling is not a crime.
You get a new haircut?
Franco Federotti, this is our version of the Protestant ethic, Mr. Federotti said.
This changed a bit.
The case concerned a clerk of a civil court in Potenza who was jailed for promising to speed up someone's trial.
Why are you reading the New York Times to AJ?
In return for his assistance.
Back to it.
Yeah, let me have her call you back. Deb, it was your mom.
Will Arnett. Ugh, squirrels. You're not a duck.
You better make a go of it, that new school. You got no idea what we had to do to get you in there.
There is no reason you shouldn't be able to pass social studies.
You passing social studies?
You just reveal your own ignorance. It's only been 5 days. We didn't get grades yet.
I what? I reveal my own what?
Eh.
Hey, everybody.
Hey,
Where's
Chris.
Mario?
How you doing, Tom?
AJ, finish getting dressed. You want some coffee?
Ah,
Is Furio got that bug again?
Tony likes to mix it up, you know. Different cars.
They're not doing too well after Jackie.
There she is.
You be good now, don't start.
You ought to see my finish.
You know, you could sue for talk like that nowadays.
Then cancel my appointment. Let me die now if a man can't voice to a beautiful woman the zephyrs that are blowing through his mind.
My God, will you listen to him today? Go in there now and strip down to your shorts.
You see now, I'm not going to touch that line. Too much class. But as for that lovely laugh line,
Come on, handsome, we're busy.
give me that cheek. Right here. I
Eh.
surrender. Do with me what you will.
Okay.
Look, he's super
The
old.
doctor will be with you both.
Don't you fucking start either.
I got medical bills too, Anthony.
I got cash flow problems of my own.
A one-time hit, 50, 75 grand to cover the audibility expert.
I got 2 kids in private schools.
God damn it!
Get your shy running right. That's what you should be focused on.
Don't gotta tell him.
Maybe I'll just smoke some.
Still not. It's more addictive than shooting.
I don't do it every fucking day now, like some people.
Just chipping. I got it under control.
Christy told me.
Yeah, I can't deal with shots though.
Why would he have you made if he didn't?
And it's foot.
He could depend on me.
I'm just gonna look down here for a
The
minute.
fuck have I ever not been there 100%?
I can feel pain in my foot now.
I saw Angie bumping Cerro today. She was handing out free Polish sausage at the supermarket.
Don't start with that. I supported her long enough. You're so worried about the money.
Who is going to support your children? And me. If, God forbid, something happens to you. That's the point. Sil, Paulie, that is frightening.
You'll be taken care of.
Aww.
The money stays where it is. With what's going on in the world today,
There's always some excuse.
there's no cash in this house. Not since the last bust. Check the beds. And I provide for my children.
Yes, Tony, you do. But I don't know how you do it because you won't tell me. Well, let me tell you something. Or you can watch the fucking news. Everything comes to an end.
I mean, I guess they could. Could they seize that money in the offshore accounts?
Hey, throw it all away there. Waste it all, fucking John D. Rockefeller. Waste it all.
Man, things have gotten worse
Good
since
job.
last episode.
My uncle, the boss of this family,
The
is
boss.
on trial for his life. And what you people are kicking up to him is a fucking disgrace. You know how much lawyers cost? A major RICO like his?
Oh, yeah.
I'm the only one supporting him. This thing is a pyramid since time immemorial. Shit runs downhill, money goes up. It's that simple. I should not have to be coming here, hat in my hand, reminding you about your duty to that man. And I don't want to hear about the fucking economy either. I don't want to hear it.
Yeah, the economy is down now, isn't it? Things have really taken a turn for the worst. Oh, that's where he keeps his stuff. I see. So he does still have a secret stash at home.
Ralphie and Ro were coming out here today? I thought we got that straightened out months ago. And it's not Uncle Ralph.
I asked you about inviting them the other night, and you said,
Jason and Jelly's parents let him get a YZ250.
You get on that bike, I will cut your legs off before the bike does.
Meh.
I had the high handlebars, you know.
Who's Stern? Don't you got somewhere to be?
I gotta hit the little boys one.
You guys need some help?
In my day, there was a motorcycle.
Janice,
called
why are you still here?
Vincent Black Shadow. Boy, did that thing take off.
The Hoods all drove those.
Oh, this is my friend Danielle Chicalella. This is Christopher's cousin Tony.
Tony.
How you doing?
His cousin Carmela.
Well, at least I know
This is a
she's
beautiful
fed,
home.
so.
Thank you.
Ralphie.
There's a bathroom downstairs.
I knew it.
Good, you can do that.
Oh.
How's Ro doing down there?
Very quiet, you know. It's to be expected.
So these two are a thing.
Get on medication.
Boy, if your name starts with an R, you better stay away from Janice Soprano.
Oh, come on. What are you doing to me here?
Seriously, Janice, why are you in this show? Also, Ralphie, come on.
I was stationed in Nova Scotia. Well, I told you that. Anyway, there was nothing for them
Eh.
to do in Nova Scotia.
Where's Thing 1 and Thing 2? Or Thing 1 and Thing 3, really.
It's a lot of cracked corn.
And I don't care.
They've flown south for the winter.
Mr. Soprano.
I remember you.
Here he goes again.
You're the one that made my dreams come true. I could show you quite a time.
Thank you, but I don't gamble.
With me, it's never a gamble.
You know, today is my last day.
Where you going?
Back to school. Anyway, I'll come say goodbye when you're done here.
That's good. Get the fuck away from these two.
All the fucking luck. I'm gonna move Bobby up.
I think it's a good choice.
I wasn't asking, I'm telling.
Yeah. Has he lost weight? He's looking good. Meanwhile, what, did I miss something with Paulie? Wait, what? When did that happen? Was that last episode? Did I forget that?
What the fuck happened out there?
Didn't Tony tell you? Sil?
They just mentioned in passing that you were doing the county book in Youngstown.
Okay, so this happened
Didn't
between
have long to
seasons.
talk. So what can I do to help?
You're too much. Nothing. The lawyer said they'll keep us here as long as they can, till they make their case or unless somebody cops to it.
Keep your dick up.
Well, leave that. Don't touch that. My program's coming on. John, love you, babe. Don't let me rot now. You have a good time tonight? All right. Learn anything? Like what?
That's not a good answer.
He just had a call from some source of his. Dr. Schrick's office isn't safe to talk at. The FBI had an undercover in there since January. Or D-Day or something. The agent's been pulled to testify at your trial.
The nurse! You fell for it, fool!
Guy in there killed your father.
Mm-hmm.
What the fuck are you talking about? Barry Haydu. Detective, lieutenant in the Clifton Police Force. Retired today. That's his retirement party.
They hit my dad right outside my house, right? He's bringing home a crib for me?
Yeah. Well, no, he was outside the house, but he wasn't carrying a crib. He had a bunch of TV trays. Could have been a crib just as easily.
Details.
Hey. Nice house, apparently. Say he paid cash for it.
Jesus.
Good luck.
Oh, that's why Bobby's over there. You're on your own now.
Questions?
It's not too late to cut your losses. Unlock me, give me the weapons. I promise you, I will do whatever is in my power to help you.
Maybe. Let's come back to that.
Put a pin in that.
You remember Dickie Moltisanti?
No.
No?
The wrong answer.
So are you, mentally prepared for this promotion?
Oh, yeah.
Really? You, Bobby?
How's your family doing, since the tragedy with your dad?
Rough on my mother.
Yeah, well. How old is she now?
She's 69.
Nice.
Mom really went downhill after the World Trade Center. You know, Quasimodo predicted all this.
What?
Who did what?
All these problems, the Middle East, the end of the world.
Nostradamus. Quasimodo's the hunchback of Notre Dame.
I was gonna say, I missed that part of the movie.
It's interesting, though, to be so similar, isn't it? And I always thought, okay, hunchback of Notre Dame. You also got your quarterback and your halfback of Notre Dame.
When's a fucking cathedral?
Obviously, I know. I'm just saying.
Also, it's Notre Dame and Notre Dame.
What?
You don't want a cop kill on your head!
TC. I'm not gonna take on a limo in this car.
Oh, God.
No problem. I'm sorry. Sorry.
Oh.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. What are you gonna do?
Oh, God.
Don't move a muscle or I'll put a bullet through it.
She'd probably be reported the meetings? Who was there? All that shit. What was the actual conversations? What could you hear?
You better hope nothing. Because you were involved in every fucking one.
Well.
Forget about that for a minute. The shit about your legal expenses. I've been thinking and, okay. Maybe I can give you some relief.
What? What did I tell her? Did I say anything could be used against me?
I don't know.
I don't think so.
Bullshitting.
Oh, hey. First session of the season. Oh, she got a haircut.
There's two endings for a guy like me. High-profile guy. Dead or in a can. Big percent of the time.
You've never talked this frankly.
Even with all this terrorism shit, the government has resources up the ass. As far as legal bills...
Anthony.
What?
Why don't you give it up?
Eh.
You know, let me finish. There's a third way to wrap it up.
It's called the vacuum cleaner guy.
You rely only on family.
Not many men could survive without the love and support of their wife and children.
No. I'm talking about business.
Yeah, that family.
You trust only blood.
Oh.
Stayed out of the can and in charge. Living in Florida till he was 81 years old because he only gave orders to his son. No other conversations that could come back in testimony.
His son?
No, not AJ. What I've been dealt is my nephew.
Chris.
Got his act together, the kid.
He's been great last season.
Over the last couple of months, I started the process of bonding him to me inseparably.
Did you?
How?
Is that on the table, Daddy's Navy picture?
You ever miss him?
When he was in prison? Or since he's been dead?
I don't know.
Did I saddle you with a stepfather?
God. The Illuminati. Oh my gosh. We're just gonna do the credits over Andrew Jackson's eye. I don't know. What are we doing now? I mean, it is interesting that... I mean, they did talk about it. They did talk about it just a little bit, but it's interesting that event... I mean, let's just say it, 9/11, that actually changes just a little bit of the dynamic of the show. It's like now, the economy's tanking, basically. Now they're all having money issues, Everybody's got money issues now. I mean, Tony's got money, but... Although, maybe... I mean, I guess... I don't know. Maybe though, he's ensuring that he does have some just by hiding it around the house. So... He's hiding so much around the house now. I mean, who knows? Who knows when something will get seized up, Even in an offshore account. And the thing now, too, is like... It's not even like Breaking Bad, where it's like, well, worst case scenario. Saul Goodman would tell you worst case scenario is you use the vacuum cleaner guy and you get out of there. Walt could technically do that because he still had his whole family there. Him, Skylar, Walt Jr., Holly, that's their daughter's name. But with Tony, I mean, he's already got one kid out, He's already got one kid out going to Georgetown. And he's got another kid. He's got another kid going to private schools, but still. It would have to be what did happen to Walt, is you have to go by yourself, basically. If he tried to escape that way. But that's if he tries to escape. That was not one of the three options that he said, The three options were die or, get sent to the can, become the shadow head, you know? You're somewhere else. You change your physical body to be that of a young man, and then when you're confronted, you morph into your normal self and use King Crimson to defeat your enemies. Sorry, that was a JoJo reference. But a Mafia JoJo reference. I don't know, man. I don't know. It's an interesting... I mean, it's the thing of, like... The thing with this show is, like... and this sounds terrible. Sometimes I'm like, is there... Well, like, what's the plot of the episode, you know? This show... Because we've said this from the beginning. It's such a slice of life show, you know? So because of that, it is really just scenes happening, you know? Like, the theme of this episode is money. Money issues. But still, it's like, it's just scenes that are happening. Well, and it's also just kind of weird because some of it you kind of have to pick up, like, stuff that was not set up in the last episode, basically. The last episode of Season 3. So there's stuff, I mean, like Paulie's just in jail right now, you know? Paulie's just in jail. So there's that. That happened off screen. You know, there's all this economic downturn, which, to be fair, you know why that's happening, pretty much. But even still, it's like, you know, with all this that's happening, the feds are still able to hit him, you know? Even with all this other stuff that the United States is having to deal with in the year 2002, still, like, the FBI is still able to use basically its full power against them, against the Sopranos, you know? They were able to put in an agent to spy and listen into the conversations at the hospital. So they're clever. They are clever. I mean, to be fair, they don't even know that there was a bug in Tony's house, you know, until Meadow took it away, but still, you know. That's probably why they're doing it like this, you know, why they installed that agent as a nurse. Because it's... because it just, like, it's more reliable, basically, than just putting something there. But it is interesting, I mean, just seeing, like, the troubles with June, where it's like, you know, he's having all this trouble. He's got medical bills. He's got, you know, legal bills, you know. He's got all this stuff he's paying money for. For what, you know? I mean, this is back in the day when 70 still meant something, really. You know? I mean, nowadays, I'm going to be honest, my dad is older than June is now. You know, June is 72, my dad's 73, you know? But there's a difference. Like, but maybe June, if he was able to get out of this, maybe he could go another 30 years, you know? I could almost see my dad going another 30 years, honestly. You see him in videos. He's great. He's doing great. June, I don't know, but he's got that problem. On top of, just stress from all of this. Legal stress, medical stress, which causes legal bills, and medical bills, which causes more stress. And now they've got a witness. They've got a witness against him, you know? I feel like I'm saying something important. Like, if you ever want to look important, just hold, like, a notebook as you're talking. So, anyway. So there's that. Chris, I guess, is stepping up a bit, which is interesting. Maybe that's why they had to get rid of Paulie. Silvio, I don't even know what Silvio does anymore, you know? Like, Silvio is a capo. Like, it's Silvio, Paulie, and Ralphie. But Silvio doesn't really seem to do much. Ralphie's just kind of settled things. Like, Ralphie's kind of settled everything. Paulie's in jail now, so now Chris. So now with this whole idea of like, oh well, you use your family in the business. The only thing Tony's got for that is Chris. And, he admits, Chris has cleaned things up. Like, last season, he was doing way better than Season 1 and Season 2. But then this episode just kind of went right back to it. But that's why Tony's trying. That's why he sent him to that cop. Now, there's the question, I guess. Did that cop actually kill Dicky Moltisanti? I guess we don't know. But at the same time, it's like, well, yeah, maybe. Maybe he did, maybe he didn't. But either way, Chris went in there, and I guess, he did the job, so I guess it's good. So, like, either way, he did his job. He's not questioning it. He's getting stronger, I guess. If he could lay off the stuff, Speaking of laying off the stuff, Ralphie, who's doing cocaine at Sunday dinner, and Janice, while he's still banging, he's still with Ro, but now he's with Janice. Why do we still have Janice? I don't think Janice was necessary at all last season, and now she's banging Ralphie. It's like, come on. And just why, did you not learn your lesson from Richie? I don't know. It's an interesting thing. I mean, this episode certainly sets the tone. It sets the tone of this season that, things are not good anymore. Like, last season, I guess, honestly, everything in the business was relatively good. Especially, once things smoothed over with Ralphie. I guess the only problem at the end was Paulie, but that was about it. Most of the season was Ralphie and Jackie Jr. Ralphie was dealt with, he was made capo, and pretty much after that, everything was good. Jackie was also dealt with, So, it's everything was good, so it's starting this season, it's what's, what are we doing? Well, everything's gone south. Everything's gone south except the friggin' ducks. The ducks are the only things that haven't gone south, so. So that's pretty much where we are. Everything is getting more uneven. Everything's getting more tricky. Money's getting worse. The economy's gotten worse. The whole country has gotten worse, basically. And it's interesting. It is interesting to see that, because I could see, again, we kind of said this last season when they referenced Hillary Clinton, and I was like, if that conversation feels like something that, you would write that conversation if you wrote something now that takes place in 2001, But this kind of feels like that too, where it's like, oh, well, here's this, real world event, and how does that affect the show? And it does, and that's honestly, that's good writing right there, that they do account for a real world tragedy that completely affected the entire country and affected the entire world, really. But mostly the US, and now they're showing how that is dealt with in this series, And it's not direct. It's not even really direct. It's just the economy's worse now. Everything is worse now. So of course, even their business is getting worse. So it's all interesting. It's if not setting a distinct plot line for the season, it certainly sets the tone for the season. That's something. So that's where we're starting out this season. Curious to see where we are going from here. But that is basically it. With all of that being said, I'm Alex from 7th Hour Films, and I will see you guys next time. Take care. Alright guys, thanks for watching this video. There's a bunch of links on screen if you want to go click around any of those. There's a playlist with all of my Sopranos reactions, as well as another video you can go click on if you want. There's also a subscribe button and a Patreon button on screen, as well as other links in the description if you want to go check out any of those. See you guys later.